I volunteered for a presentation. Now, I thought I completely screwed it up, but everyone in the room gave feedback that suggested otherwise. So our team was running under a tight timeline, and my mentor had prepared a bunch of slides for a presentation. And it wasn't until about 2 hours before the presentation did he come to us and say, hey, I'm going to need you guys to run the first part of it, to run the first half. And at the time, and I'm the kind of person who likes to come prepared for things, so this was quite a surprise. Now, despite that, I thought that it was a good chance for me to practice how to be concise and articulate, but unprepared. It's a muscle that I didn't think I had the opportunity to really train. So despite the fear, actually I would say because of the fear, I decided to take it up and volunteered, because I knew from my other co-workers that if I volunteered, they would let me take up the job, because it's not easy to do something like that. But I was definitely not confident going in. I was crapping the bed. I was not ready for this at all. Now, when the presentation started, there was like a silence, and I knew that was my cue to start. And then the hyperfixation started to come in. I was constantly analyzing each word I said. I was hyper also focused on the audience and any signal that I was doing the right thing, I was doing the wrong thing, and I was trying to talk at the same time that I was trying to come up with a point, because I was unprepared. I had to redo sentences to try to be more articulate. I had to pause at awkward moments to try to gather my thoughts. I thought everyone could see that, and that uncomfortable roiling in the stomach, that the spotlight's on you, you are in the firing zone, in the bomb, I don't know what they call it, in the kill zone. That's what it felt like. And since this was a technical presentation, what happened was I was giving people a program to use to help them build interfaces. And when I was trying to demonstrate that myself, of course, it didn't work. And so I was there trying to play it cool, whilst also simultaneously panicking hard in the mind, just going, of course this doesn't work now. If I came prepared, this wouldn't have happened if my boss or my mentor or etc. If all these externalities, and just had to remind myself, no, you're in this position because this is where you want to be. During the presentation, I also needed to send out a link to the chat. So one of my co-workers who was helping us in the presentation had sent one right as I was pretty much saying it, helping me out. And my mind was playing tricks on me. It was like saying, she did that because she can see you struggling with the links and she took pity on you. And so she just did it. Now this is when things started to turn around. When I said thanks to her after the presentation, she was just like, I just wanted to do something because you were doing everything. And my mentor came up to me afterwards, unsolicited, saying, I think that was a fantastic presentation. You were very concise and you were straight to the point. And I feel like everyone was engaged with what you showcased. That was like a sledgehammer strike against everything my internal dialogue was telling me. It was concise. I felt that it was the opposite. When I articulated that to him, he was genuinely surprised. He was like, what? Oh, it didn't come across like that at all. Then when he mentioned that, I started to look the other way, more so the glass is half full rather than the glass half empty. And what I found was that when I was doing my presentation and I thought that I was screwing everything up, people were actually locked on the screen and actually doodling with this program and making their own interfaces. And some of them made really creative ones that looked really, really cool. And there was a lot of jokes going around. There was a lot of genuine interest and genuine excitement for this program that we were using. And then I found that it was probably the case that they were really engaged with the content and they were absolutely not focused at all about how some of my things were not working or how I'm coming across. So it was my self-doubt, my imposter syndrome. It was just firing off like crazy during that whole time. It was a self-defense mechanism that's trying to find an excuse to pull me out of an uncomfortable situation. Now, I didn't eject at any point because I didn't feel like that was an option, but it was painting a picture that was completely separate from reality. So the two things that I learned from that was, one, don't give in to what the imposter syndrome is telling you. Don't make a deal out of it. just continue on as is. If you screw up, just acknowledge it, maybe make a joke out of it. But if otherwise, just continue on. It will seem to you like it's 10 times worse. The self-doubt and the imposter syndrome catastrophizes what's going on, but that's not what's actually going on. And another one is the brave act. Just doing the thing that makes you uncomfortable as a way to train up the confidence muscle, and also building up evidence, your own internal evidence of your own ability. And once you believe that you can do a certain thing, you've been in a situation before, and you have experience in that area, that's unrefutable evidence against your self-doubt. Whenever your self-doubt says, oh, you can't do it, or you're not prepared, or you're not confident, or some other negative thing about you. It's a way to counteract that force and to really bring back your confidence in when doing anything, whether that's a professional presentation, or if that's talking with friends, or if it's making your own opinion heard when you think that your opinion is not worth it. But I want to hear about what you guys have experienced as well. Some of the lessons that you guys have learned in professional or otherwise. I'd love to hear your stories. If you found that content relatable and it helped you in some way, I'd really appreciate it if you gave me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.